Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, the one and only Strawberry Ice, down here in the Ice Cave. Got a lot of stuff going on today. Michigan State's head coach and former Bearcat head coach Mark Dantonio has decided to retire. What's that mean for Luke Fickell? X was in action last night versus DePaul. UK was in action playing Mississippi State. And we had two trades last night. One in the NBA and one in the Major League Baseball. All right, let's get some bills paid here. Get this out of the way. The Ice Cave and Strawberry Ice is brought to you by T Properties. Quality housing for quality people. Check out T Properties website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. All right. I said at the top of the show, Michigan State's head coach Mark Dantonio, former Bearcat head coach, has decided to retire. It's February. I think that's kind of a weird time to retire. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on at Michigan State with the lawsuit and all the other accusations that are going on. So I find it kind of curious that he decides to retire now and not at the end of the year. Because normally when guys retire or they leave teams, it's right at the end of the year. And if they're going to take another job, they usually don't coach in a bowl game. They don't wait till February. I mean, all the bowl games are over. Spring football is about to start. The first signing day is over. Today's the second signing day. So it's very, very interesting, and something else is up. Some reason, I mean, I know why he wanted to wait. Okay, he wanted to wait after January 5th because he got a $4.3 million bonus kick in. So he's not doing Michigan State any favors by retiring now. He's getting his money and getting out before all hell breaks loose. Whatever's going on there, because it's just not going to be good. There's so much stuff going on, and there's so many sharks in the water, man. So Mark Tressel will be serving as the acting head coach until they figure out what they're going to do. Now, what they want to do and what they can do might be two different things. What they want to do is they want my coach. They want Luke Fickell. Now, they say Luke Fickell is the clear choice for them. Well, duh, he's a really good head football coach. But I don't know if Michigan State is the clear choice for Luke. Right now, Luke has the 52nd ranked recruiting class nationally. And that's out of the group of 5 conference football teams. Now you have the Power 5, and then you have the group of 5. They got the highest ranked out of the group of 5. He has 73% of his football team returning next year. That's pretty good. With all the stuff going on at Michigan State, I don't know if that's worth giving up everything that Luke has worked toward. Because this 2020 and 2021 could be his best football team and season yet. Last year was pretty good. So I'm not sure if he's ready to give all that up and go to the mess of Michigan State. But I could be wrong. Now, it comes down to money. We can't touch it. I mean, Michigan State can blow us out of the water and give him way more money. Now, is he willing to take the first really good job he got offered or wait? Because he's gotten mentioned in all kinds of jobs. And pretty much, I think he just wants to stay around Ohio State, Indiana, Michigan, around this area. That's where he's been. That's where he's from. That's his recruiting area. So he's really not going to go out to Washington State or Iowa or anywhere out there. That's why Michigan State kind of scares me, because it's in his recruiting state. It could be, one that he'd be interested in. Now, I'm not stupid. If it's Ohio State or Notre Dame, he's gone. I think he's gone. The other thing I think Luke is considering, he's a family man. He has 6 children. Does he want to leave everything that he's built at Cincinnati, like I said, potentially going into hopefully the best year UC's ever had? Now, the best years we ever had was when Brian Kelly was here, but he has a better recruiting class than Brian Kelly did. So there's so many good things going on here at UC, but it's a Power 5 school. It's more money. It's Michigan State. Their fan base is huge. I mean, UC's is huge, but I hate to say it, it's Michigan State. They're bigger than us. I mean, it's just the fact. So, I hope he doesn't leave. There's lots of reasons to stay here. I know they're in negotiations. Him and A.D. Cunningham are in negotiations for a contract extension. And now the other thing I'll say that I heard this on Lance McAllister's show last night, that A.D. Cunningham, this is his first time ever being an athletic director. Now, that is true, and there's a lot on his plate all at once. I think he's been here maybe a month, if that long. His family isn't down here yet. They're still up in Minnesota. His kids are going to finish out school there, and then they're going to move down here. So he's got a lot on his plate right now for his very first time being an athletic director. But I go back to the bowl game when they had the lightning strike and we had the delay game. And it was Luke Fickell and the athletic director stepping up and standing together saying, no, we're going to play this game. So I'm kind of hoping that gelled them pretty quickly and they have a very good relationship and we can move forward and get him signed to a contract and he stays here for a long time. But even if we sign him to a contract, it doesn't mean he can't leave. But I just hope he doesn't leave now because next year could be really, really good. So I think that's going to weigh on him. But, we'll have to wait and see what happens. All right, college basketball last night. Like I said at the top of the show, Xavier was in action versus DePaul. Xavier's coming off a great win against Seton Hall Saturday. They beat DePaul 67-55. X was led in scoring by KK Tandy with 14 points. And Jones had 12 points and 18 rebounds. He likes 18 rebounds. He had 18 last game. The Musketeers led DePaul at the half 35-16. And they were shooting 44% from the three-point line. That is very, very good. 2 great wins for Xavier. Like I said, I'm still think it's a little too late. They got a lot of losses. Like I said, but the good thing is if they start going in the right direction, going to the Big East tournament, and they win the thing, then they get in. It's automatic bid. So that's all you can really hope for as far as Xavier goes. They go in and they're hitting on all cylinders going into the greatest tournament in the country, the Big East tournament. Sorry, it is. Hitting on all cylinders going into that and win the whole thing. And then they can get in, and then, when you're that team and you're that hot team, you're dangerous. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. All right, UK was in action last night coming off their loss. They lost, like I said, it wasn't a bad loss. They lost to Auburn. Auburn's a pretty good team. The free throw discrepancy was terrible. But they bounced back and they won. They beat Mississippi State 80-72. UK was led in scoring by Nick Richards. 27 points and 11 rebounds. UK's next game is this Saturday at 1 o'clock versus Tennessee. I'm not worried about UK. They're going to get in the tournament. I mean, the UK. I hate to say it, they're going to get in. All right, that brings me to, like I said at the top of the show, a really big trade last night in the Major League Baseball. The Red Sox, in a salary dump move, trying to get under the luxury tax, have traded star outfielder, and I mean star outfielder, Mookie Betts, and used to be star pitcher David Price. David Price is pretty much broken down now. And a 3-team deal between the Dodgers, Red Sox, and Twins. The Dodgers get Betts and Price. And the Boston Red Sox, they're getting outfielder, I'm going to mess his name up, Alex, it looks like Vertigo, but I don't think that's how I think it's Vertigo. And pitching prospect Buster Grantial, he's from the Twins. And Minnesota gets right-handed pitching prospect Kent Medea. Now, this kind of ends any possibility of the Dodgers and the Indians making a trade for Lindor. Because I don't think the Dodgers have anything left to give them. So maybe that brings the Reds back to the forefront if the Indians are very serious about trading Lindor, which I'm not sure they're so serious about it. Because I think their best deal was with the Dodgers. Now, the Reds have been very smart with all their deals in the offseason, we haven't had to get rid of any of our big prospects in the minor leagues. Now, if you want to get Lindor, you're going to have to give something up. So, like I said, I heard little rumblings. Like I said, I don't even know if the Indians are serious about wanting to trade him. It would still be nice, but since the Dodgers are out of the picture now, maybe the Reds can jump in and see if they can get talks back. Like I said, I am fine with Freddie Galvis at shortstop. I think he'll be a very good shortstop. Lindor is he's a top 2 or 3 shortstop. You got a chance to get him, you at least make the phone call and see what happens. So, the one thing, if they don't get Lindor, the Reds have got to get a utility player because we really don't have anybody very well to back up shortstop. You always have that guy on the bench who's came up as a shortstop, but he's become a utility player, and shortstop is usually the best athlete on the team. If you can play shortstop, you can play short, second, third. You probably can play the outfield. So we need that guy. We have guys who play second and third. We don't really have a guy who can back up Galvis at shortstop as of right now. And Holt would be great if they could sign him, but we'll see what happens. I'd rather get Lindor, but who knows? I can always dream. NBA trade last night. There's a Woj bomb. If you know what a Woj bomb is, you listen to ESPN radio. Adrian Wojciechowski, that's why they call him Woj. It's a lot easier to say that than his last name. He's reporting that the Houston Rockets have acquired Minnesota's Robert Covington in a traded Clint Capella to the Atlanta Hawks as part of a 4-team, 12-player trade. That's a lot. 4 teams, 12 players. I couldn't even do the math. I'm trying to figure out the salary cap and getting everybody under it. That's a lot. Anyway, I think it's funny because the NBA trade deadline, I think, is tomorrow. And there used to never be any trades in the NBA. The only sport that ever had any trades was baseball. Football never traded anybody. Basketball never traded anybody. Nobody ever moved. Now, trading deadline comes on. It's a show. You know, ESPN's going to have their trading deadline special. Who's going here? Who's going there? It's all because salary caps. Teams that are not in it are trying to get rid of their high-priced players. Teams that are in it are trying to pick them up so they can win. It's very interesting. It's a very fun day to try to pay attention to the NBA and what is going on. So it's a Wednesday show. Hump day. I call it the sports hump. What's that thing that you're looking forward to the weekend or it's happening that day to help you get over the sports hump? Mine is tomorrow night. UC's playing Wichita State, which is a huge game. And the intriguing interest I have in to try to find out why Dantonio is retiring now. I understand he wanted the bonus, but the kid had the bonus and still stayed the coach, you know? Or if he was going to retire and they're retiring on good terms, they could have figured something out because he's kind of left Michigan State in a bad spot. So that's my sports hump. I'm interested in that. See what's going to happen. What's on the other side? Why? Why now? So anyway, that's just sports, baby. I'm Strawberry Ice. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, here on the YouTube, on the podcast as well. Give me your comments, likes, listen down below on the YouTube channel. Tweet me out something. Tell me what your sports hump is. We got Zeke of the Week Friday coming up. Other than that, that's just sports, baby. Tell all your friends about me. See ya.